I'm Jessica Michelle Singleton.
And I'm Steph Tolev.
We're slobs. Oh man, we're so good.
We really are disgusting people.
This should be not allowed.
Oh.
Wow, I was just snorting in the microphone. Welcome to Slobs.
Welcome to actual slobs. You were literally snorting the microphone.
Yeah, for no reason. I was just going... So, it's good to be alive. Listen, we're here with an incredible guest.
Hi.
The one and only Lace Larrabee. You know her from her podcast, GDs. You've seen her on America's Got Talent. You've seen her everywhere. She's a pageant queen. You probably all go to pageants for
Were
fun
you a pageant
recreationally.
queen?
Yeah, for like 14 years.
Oh my God.
That's my toxic trait.
I had
Just
no
my
idea.
number one toxic
Was your
trait.
mom like the pageant mom?
Not at... Well, okay, so she slowly turned into... She was always like stage mom because I did like...
Yeah.
I started as an actor at like 9. And we were just poor. My parents had me in high school.
And they're like, you're all we got. You were their fancy.
We lived in a fucking trailer. I was their fancy. I literally say that like all the time. Like I'm the one who like had to make it and just like... We just weren't trashy enough for prostitution, so they sent me into fucking pageants. Yeah.
We don't know where these governors fucking people live, so you're just gonna have to be pretty and wave.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just I was an actor. My mom like just was whatever I wanted to do. She just kind of pushed me and was like, cool. They almost mailed me off to like LA when I was, I think like 10 or 11. They almost put me in like one of those
Like a home for kids that are actors? A home
Yeah.
for
Oh,
kids.
shit.
Like
Oh,
there
yeah.
was like we had the flyer in the house of like the lady, because this is the 90s obviously, so it's like the lady is like, yeah, I take like 8 kids for
Yeah,
pilot
my
season.
name's
Oh
Ghislaine
my
Maxwell.
God.
I take them for pilot season.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
also go to an island.
I should probably find that. I bet my mom has every single thing from everything I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Shit.
I wonder who that lady was. But yeah. They almost mailed me off for that. And then I got into pageants when I was like 13 because we moved to the middle of nowhere.
Did you win?
I won the first one I ever did.
Oh my
that'll- you're
God.
like,
I fucking hate it. But it's mainly because like there was like 10 people in town.
In the middle of
wasn't a lot
nowhere.
yeah.
Bars low. And
Do you see a lot of like creeps out there? Do you remember as a kid looking at being like, I don't know that guy. He has no families.
Oh, looking back, there were dude, if we can get right into this, I don't care. He's dead now. But he so the dude who did all of the how close to this do I need to be? All
It's
right,
fine.
I talked too much in my hands for all this. The dude who did most of the pageant videography.
Yeah.
And
Oh, already creepy.
and DJ'd all of our parties. Like the party that I was in like 8th grade where I kissed a boy for the first time. He's the DJ in the corner.
He's like filming you.
Dead serious. He did all this stuff. He always was like the first one at the auditorium, like the little city auditorium where we did most of our pageants. He was always everywhere. And everybody's just like, oh, Steve, he's such a nice guy. Steve who runs the whatever.
Steve, DJ Predator.
Y'all. Exactly.
That's him coming underneath the stand.
Oh God.
So old Steve, this was like 5 years ago. It's very recent. I start getting like a barrage of text messages from people I went to high school with, my mom, like everybody. And they're like, holy shit, the GBI has raided this dude's house.
Of course.
All child pornography.
Oh.
All kinds. Oh yeah.
Susan
And-
loves it.
So
Susan
we'll all
loves
never
child
know.
porn.
We'll never know what he had or didn't have. But the second they raid his place, he blows his head off.
Oh my God.
So they couldn't even arrest him.
That fucking
Wow.
pussy. If you're gonna fucking be a pervert, take the goddamn hit. This is psychotic.
Oh, yeah.
Also, ew, he for sure had you.
That's what I'm
Damn
saying.
Ew.
it.
And he must have had bad shit because he knew he was gonna get like
And what I'm saying is like he was
Murdered in
always
jail.
there before. He had all the keys to everywhere where everybody performed, like the
probably
auditorium,
made
like the city
peepholes.
auditorium, the schools, all that stuff, the churches. He did a lot of church shit.
No.
Of course he did.
Of course he ran like a kids whatever thing at the church. Oh yeah.
we're doing a lock-in this weekend.
And now I think about like those dressing rooms and stuff.
No.
He had all the keys. He had all the camera equipment. He had all the stuff. Like, what did he have? What did he fucking have?
I will say
Yeah.
the one
So, yes.
thing I will give him is that, you know what, he really targeted everybody. He wasn't just with the pageants.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it, let's get the church involved
Hey,
too.
yeah,
let's
hey,
get-
I'll
yeah.
jerk off to ugly kids too.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
jerk
yeah.
off. Hey,
And I'll
is it the
DJ
fair
kids'
in
parties.
town?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna film that hot dog eating competitions. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm gonna still watch. I'm gonna watch those kids suck back those dogs.
Oh, he loved
That's
it.
sick.
He loved it.
He
My-
DJ'd my Sweet 16. Y'all, I'm literally like thinking about
Damn.
like all the places this man
He just was
at.
everywhere.
He was everywhere all the time. Everything, everywhere, all at
God.
once. Yeah.
Well,
We
it's the
had-
least he could do is
yeah. So yeah, a
pitch
lot of
in.
creeps and pageants and stuff.
Oh my god, my grade
Yeah.
8 synchronized swimming teacher would film our synchro practices.
No.
Never saw those again, Mr. Pugh. Where'd those
Mr.
videos
Pugh?
go? Would love to
His
see
name
him.
His name is Mr. Pugh,
He
like
also-
Pepe Le
yes,
Pew.
and he also took my fucking yak back in grade 8. Do you remember yak backs?
that you could talk into. And
Yes,
it
and then
would,
you say back. So I go, Mr. Pugh's a pervert, and then I play Mr. Pugh's a pervert and pretend it wasn't me. It was obviously me.
oh, he jerked it to that thing. It was your
No,
voice
he
going,
hated me.
Mr.
Just
Pugh's
like
a
you.
pervert. Mr. Pugh's a
Oh
pervert.
no, I was so ugly in grade 8. I looked like a boy. He was not jerking off to
well,
me.
he was looking at someone else's photo.
Yeah, yeah.
He was watching the swim tapes.
But also listening to somebody else's voice because I was also like, none of us had good bods in grade 8. I was like an actual refrigerator box. Like I was flat and square. I was like, what are you
I
looking
don't
at?
think that that's what the petties
Yeah,
are looking
I
for.
don't
They're
know
not
what
looking
it
for
is.
a good bod.
Yeah, I think
on
they
a
actually
kid.
don't want tits. It would seem like if you have a
Yeah,
weird
'cause
sexual
if-
attraction to kids, you're like,
yeah.
ew, boobs. Ugh.
Maybe I hope I was too adult looking for him.
He's
yeah.
like, lace.
Sick.
But either way,
With
I
her-
did that shit for long. I did it too long. I did it like up to like 27, is like as late as you can do them.
Oh, damn, you were
Wow.
all in.
Yeah.
You
It really
were
fucks
all
with you.
in.
And then I had to like start comedy after that because I was like,
what-
how do you
what
get
next?
this?
I need to be
again?
on
Like I have
stage.
to be on stage. I need that like immediate.
Wait, we're going to keep talking about this, but speaking of
gotta
shows, where are you
win.
guys going to be?
Oh, yeah.
Let's plug
Yeah,
in. We're
we're
going to start
we're
plugging at the
plugging.
top in case you don't make it to the end.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you get drunk by the end. You forget what we've said. I'm going to be a bunch of places this summer, jmscomedy.com for tickets, but Tampa, Baltimore, Charleston, Lexington, Kentucky, Philadelphia, DC, somewhere else. Just
Shit.
go check it out. A lot of Eastern Seaboard.
Really on the east side.
Yeah.
Big announcement for me today. I'm doing Just for Laughs
yeah.
Montreal.
Yay!
Yes, I'm doing the Nasty Show, so I'll be in Montreal from July 18th to the I'm never bringing my dog to the podcast again.
She's
so
making the most
fucking
noise I've ever
annoying
seen her
right
make.
now.
You are doing so
Susan is so gross and she's sitting on the mic. I hate her.
You're doing the most.
It's in her asshole.
too much.
It's actually in her asshole. It's flossing her ass.
Too much.
Also, I announced a very big show in Toronto, December 14th. I'm doing the Danforth Music Hall, which is a very big venue, 1,200 seat theater, biggest venue I've done on my own in Toronto. It's a very big deal for me. I opened up for Rob Delaney there 10 years ago. It's a full circle, so I'm very excited to be
big-
doing this.
Let's go sell it out.
In Vermont next weekend, and then I'm in where am I? No,
Dania?
Raleigh. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, and then I'm in Vermont, and then I'm in Austin, then I'm in Dania Beach, then I'm in fucking Ohio. I don't know where the hell I am. Go to my Instagram and I have a little link there. Little Comey link, because my website's gone. I don't know what happened to it.
Your website's gone?
I
Did
don't know where
somebody
it is.
snatch it out?
No, I still have it, but I shut down my Squarespace. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I didn't know it
Take
wasn't
that,
working.
Squarespace. That's what you get for not sponsoring
Yeah, you guys are
us.
fucking stupid.
Well, that's what'll happen.
Well, that's that.
Yeah. What about you? You got any tour dates?
Yeah, I got some stuff where I just had it pulled up so I could remember, and then y'all started listing a bunch of cities, and I was like, am I in some of those cities? I can't remember. So next, if this is coming out Monday, the next week, I've got Charlotte, North Carolina, doing shows there. Once again, all the information, lacelarrabee.com or at lacelarrabee on Instagram. I've got the little
follow her.
link tree thing, and then go follow me. But all the dates are on there, and Charlotte. And then after that, Texas, doing a run through Texas. So Austin, Houston, Longview, Dallas. Then the next week, Vegas. And then several Vegas weekends off and on because I'm the rotating host at the America's Got Talent residency at Luxor.
Oh, that's hey Luxor. My buddy's a blue
Yeah.
man.
No shit!
I should introduce you to him. Yeah,
They're upstairs. So we're in Luxor Theater, and they're in the big.
I'm gonna rip my dog's eyes out. This is dog abuse now. Stop.
she loves it.
No, I hate
She
it right
really
now.
does. Like,
we're playing.
literally-
She's craving that.
No.
She wants it.
No, that's enough.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm there often, and they just call me in to come and replace the other like main hosts. But,
good.
It's a fun
Gotta
gig.
bring in
I'm
the
gonna.
big guns.
I'll link you guys on Instagram,
Please.
because you can go see the show. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's very fun to watch. And I'm
Yeah.
sure you'd want to come see the show too.
I would
Yeah.
love. I've never been to Blue Man Group. I've been to Vegas like 5 times in the last couple months. Like I'm there a lot, so I would love to go see that. Carrot Top is also in the same.
Yes,
we're all
Carrot
in
Top goes
Luxor.
in the their Blue Man green
Yeah.
room
All the
time.
all the time.
Yeah,
Their Blue
yeah,
room,
yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
is
I
Blue
think
room,
there's multiple theaters inside Luxor, but anyway, yeah, there's a lot of us all working right there in that
That's fun.
that weird fucking pyramid.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible casino to try to commit suicide in. You'll just slide right down the side.
Yeah. Wee!
And then you get stuck halfway down, and you're looking in the window of your wife getting fucked by
Hello.
Carrot Top.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's getting
Ew,
fucked
by
with a prop.
Carrot
With a
Top.
prop. Yeah.
So is it technically cheating if it's with a prop?
No, I mean,
No.
good question. Is it cheating if they didn't fuck you, but they just Fucked you with
Speaking of getting fucked over, I'm single now. We haven't announced this on Slobs yet.
we haven't. We didn't.
No,
in
I
Houston?
was going in Houston. I hadn't broken up with him yet,
Oh,
and now I have broken up with him. So the Slob listeners, just gonna casually tell you, if you're following him on Instagram, because a lot of our fans
They did.
followed him, please unfollow
that
him.
one episode where we
Please
had them
unfollow
on.
him. I don't know why you did.
Y'all
It's
had
weird.
him on.
We had both of our boyfriends on. Very popular episode.
It was, and guess what? The episode is gone.
It's
Good.
gone. You can
Okay,
never
good.
hear it again.
You never
That's
hear
what
it
I was gonna
again.
say. Get rid of that shit.
Sorry,
Following
it's
Nate,
gone.
Though. He's great.
Nate's the best. Nate's
you don't have to
great.
follow him. I don't.
That's all we'll say about that. But the episode's gone, and yeah, unfollow him because I don't. You shouldn't follow him.
Yeah, because he sucks.
That sucks, man.
That's that.
I want to go back to the pageants because
Yes.
Okay. So you started comedy after you're like, well, I've aged out of pageantry. How can
Yeah.
I get back in front of people?
Well, I also was like, it was a combination of that and just, like I said, I started acting when I was a kid and then just so many years of not booking and then the pageants fulfilling that and being like, oh, it's okay if I'm not booking. I'm at least on stage and
Yeah,
doing
you
shit
can
and talking
perform.
to people. And I was also just a sad bartender for like 12 years and just
Yeah.
miserable and in a very toxic relationship for 6 of those years. So then the culmination of like pageants ending. Oh, and I got arrested. Pageants ending.
Casually got arrested
Fighting
in
with
there.
my ex. Neighbors call the police. They take me in. I'm
Take
covered in
you
blood.
in.
Anyway.
Wait, whoa, you
Whoa,
can't
whoa, back
fucking
up.
skirt
So
over
anyway.
Anyway.
As you know, as it happens for all
As
of
you
us.
know.
this. Anyway, I'm in Rikers for 10 years. Like, what?
I'm
Okay.
73.
They had a talent show. That's how I got into comedy.
Yeah.
God.
Crushed it for the inmates.
Yeah. Open mic inmate night.
Yeah, so like all of that combination.
Everyone's talking to a shank.
Like my self-esteem couldn't have been any lower than it was at that time in my life. And
Which
then I
is
was
when you
like,
start comedy.
Comedy. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you become funny.
So, okay, you
Okay,
won
but
your
yeah, I'll
first
answer
one. Mm-hmm. And then did you win a lot after that? Because I assume if you're not winning, it's hard to be in those
Oh,
things.
once you win, it's a fucking drug. Like you can't. There's nothing like
chasing a
someone
high.
being like, "You're the best.
You're the most beautiful."
You're the most beautiful." And
Yeah.
it definitely wasn't that, but definitely was just like. I'm very good at like at the first rehearsal. I was watching the girls who everybody said was going to win, and I was like, "What the fuck are those girls doing?" And then I like studied it, and then I went home, and then I just practiced over and over
just
and over, and I
copied
just
them.
copied them.
Oh my God.
And then I go in with like a fucking
Sociopath.
yeah, and then I go in with like a dress we rented. Like we didn't know shit about shit. So you're like, is my mom like a stage mom?
Yeah.
No, we didn't know shit.
Get some sequins. We'll figure it out.
But we figured it out. Yeah.
So what was your talent? Because you had to do a talent, right?
you
What
have
is
eye
the
talent?
Yeah, I did the Miss America system for years. That's how I paid for a lot of my college. But I did comedic monologues for my talent.
Really?
Yeah.
Did a lot of girls do those?
No.
So that was unique.
Oh, shit.
Well, it was unique,
You
and
can't
they
be pretty
hated
and
it.
funny.
No, they hated it because I was in Georgia. So everybody's like,
Be a
"Can't
lady."
you dance or like sing a little song or something?"
Did she like play a
And you're like,
triangle?
no.
Yeah, like anything. They'll take any
flute?
shitty musical or like dance talent over. Like you don't have to be good. You just have to like move your. They're just like just keep your mouth like just shut.
You know,
Just like
it makes
hush.
you less pretty.
Hush it.
Oh my
chatting.
god.
Yeah, they would all be like, "Could you do real talent?" And then what I would say in like the interviews because we had like, I mean, Sis is just real. Listen,
That was
Unreal.
that was
No,
she
it's
wants to
unreal.
win. She wants to win. I get it. I
So what would you like?
understand the need
Like
for
other
attention.
monologues of like the other people, or would you write your own?
So it was from plays.
Okay.
I'd
Oh,
take
cool.
pieces from plays, like popular stuff. I started with like, yeah, like musical theater, right? Like
Yeah.
Adelaide's Lament from Guys and Dolls. That was the first
Oh,
one.
that's the like go-to.
a
funny-
poison could develop a cold like that because I
Yeah.
didn't have to sing. You could just
Yeah.
like talk through it, and so I did like that one. I did for a little while. It's funny, and I had a little costume, did all the little shit, and then I went from there into like funnier, bigger, bolder, like whatever I could do that was like the biggest, goofiest thing. And, like,
Robin Williams, is this how we look, ladies? When you're seeing this
When you're that way, and they're like, is she?
Yeah. Yeah.
I did do that once for an audition for a very serious play, and they were like, they gave me a non-speaking role. I was like, a monologue, sure, I can whip something out, and I just had that memorized.
Yeah, so yeah, I always wanted to be goofy, and they were just always like, "We need you to be classier," and I was like, "That's not gonna happen."
Well, that's just not.
Yeah, so I never won like the big ones, but I made it to Miss Georgia like multiple
did?
times and to Miss USA or Miss Georgia USA multiple times.
Oh, shit.
Because you age out of one before the other one.
Okay.
Oh,
And so when I was done with one, I just kept doing another one until they're like, please leave.
Go.
Please
Did
stop.
you see a lot of?
Don't you have a husband you should be tending to or something?
Well, you're not allowed to be married.
Oh, that's right.
Or have kids or
It
have
ain't
ever
Mrs.
been
Georgia.
pregnant. They have that written down.
How would they fucking know you?
That's
sick
what I always
pigs?
fucking said.
Oh, that
Because if that was the case, then I would have never been allowed to compete.
Yeah. At 12.
I would have been out.
Well, 15, but close enough.
Wait. I was gonna ask, did you see a lot of like crazy stage moms?
Oh yeah. Oh, there was a bunch that like thought they were in the fucking pageant, and a lot came from the pageant world.
Like,
so
when I
like
was your age.
they had revenge, you know.
Projecting
yeah.
their shit onto
Yeah.
their
Oh
daughters.
yeah, yeah. So thankfully, I didn't have that. My mom just like. She just enjoyed competition. So
Yeah.
she was just like always figuring out shit, like exactly what I did. She's like, okay, well, this is what they're. So she would research, and all we had were like message boards back in the day.
Trying to find out who got pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So she would
How
find
did
out.
they do it?
Yeah. And she was like monitoring everything and everything that was going on. She would just report back to me, and I'd be like, I don't care. I'm competing with myself, Mom. I'm not competing, but I did love the fucking
Of course.
information.
Yeah, yeah.
And also
Love
when you
the
win,
gossip.
you're like, it's just for me.
Did you win money or just like a trophy?
No, scholarship money for a long time. Yeah.
Oh shit! Right to
Yeah.
a scholarship. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know why I thought it was like cash.
Yeah, no, the Miss
wish.
America system, they've claimed, which, what's his name? John Oliver, I think he like broke it down one day on one of those, the show he has, but you know how he like completely pulls the rug out of shit that
Everything.
people
Yeah.
claim. And so Miss America for 50 plus years claimed to be the number one provider of scholarships to women in the world, which technically they are. But none of the scholarships, like most of the scholarships aren't used. So like when I would win something, you're getting like a big you're getting cash scholarships, but then you get like 30 other scholarships, like the shittiest schools in the country.
Yeah, it's not like somewhere
Oh.
you want to
You're
go.
not going to go there. So
Yeah.
on paper, it looks like you won like $100,000, but you won like $12,000.
Yeah.
That you can
Yeah.
actually use.
Huh.
So what if someone was
yeah.
like, I'm going to go to all these schools for the rest of my life? I'm using these scholarships.
Use them. I wonder how.
Can you go
still
back?
use
Is there-
statute of
yeah,
limitations.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
I could go to Troy University.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just go get a degree in
Yeah.
something just cause.
I don't think we had
Yeah.
these in Canada.
You did.
That's what.
Did we?
Well, not the way Miss America worked. Maybe they did, but they did USA or the Universe system.
I know because there is
Okay.
a Miss Canada.
Yeah.
They're just chopping wood,
Yeah, they just find
wearing plaid. It's me. Hey, I'm Miss Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah.
I'm just welding my own canoe. Come over here and watch me build this canoe out of this new fresh
That's
oak.
your talent.
4.5 hours later, I just got one corner. Well, almost there, folks. Everyone's like, "What is it? It's so boring. Why are we watching this?"
A live
Yeah.
bear
I'm
just
just
comes out.
sucking, maple syrup. I just start arm wrestling the bear for no reason. I go back to whittling with the fucking canoe.
Drinking maple syrup like Gatorade.
Yeah, I need another. I need another
I need my
syrup.
electrolytes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pageants, I always sound like more glamorous or interesting or whatever than they actually were, but it was just, made a lot of friends doing it.
was
No
gonna
one
say,
ever wants
yeah.
to hear that.
Did you
shit.
make any enemies? Do you have like a mortal enemy?
Oh yeah.
Do you have like
There's girls
Rebecca?
that
Whatever.
I am so thankful I know what fucking cunts they are because of like they go on and like they have kids and family. They try to like post their little fucking
try to be
shit
influencers
online.
with
Yeah,
their
now they're
family.
like and I know all this information about them, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. But I just like knowing it just in case shit goes down.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have it in your back pocket.
I just have it. I just know. But
Yeah.
no, I didn't really I didn't want to because I genuinely was like competing with myself. And I was always voted like Miss Congeniality because I was the one that was like goofing off backstage and like making all the girls laugh.
Yeah.
Because it was more fun for me. I mean, now if I didn't win, I threw some stuff, but that's not, I mean, that's beside.
Well, I mean, throw some stuff.
I got
Throw stuff here
arrested.
and there.
It's like, it's fine.
You're human. You're human.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the blood arrest. Can you talk about this, or is that not?
Sure, it's been so long. I don't care. I think I've talked about it on my own podcast once before I finally, because at one point I was like, my mom's like, never tell anybody that you did that. But it's expunged now at this point. So
Oh, good,
anybody
good,
who wants to
good.
go
Yeah,
find it,
yeah.
good luck.
Fuck you.
But yeah,
Daryl? I'm just kidding. I don't
yeah, this doesn't really fall into slobs, but definitely into like crazy territory. Like I've done a lot of crazy shit.
I love it.
But
So have we.
yeah, so my ex, 6 years, I was with him. This was like 3.5 years in. It's stayed with him longer because the self-esteem.
Been
Yeah.
there.
Self-esteem went down.
Yeah,
And you can hear all about my story on Cheaties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good plug. Yeah. So yeah, I have might as well for plugging shit. A podcast called Cheaties where people talk about being cheated on and or they cheated or whatever. So this was a situation where I hadn't fully caught him cheating yet. We were living together, of course. He was super tall, charming, all this shit, but was one of the dumbest people that I've ever met in my life. We went over this with viewers, everything you're saying. I was like, yes, a fucking idiot. Yes, I know, but it's hard to get away because they're charming and everybody likes them.
Yep.
So
Not with yours.
No,
though. I was like, wait a second.
I don't know why. I was with the
this
girl.
one
not
was.
charming.
This one was.
Hey, at least he was hideous. And
Yeah. Well, the longer people knew him, if they knew him for like more than 15 minutes at a time, like at a party or a gathering or whatever, they're like, oh, he's an idiot. What are you?
so dumb.
Yeah.
And he's very egotistical, like very narcissistic. But anyway, this was one of the times I didn't fully catch him, but I knew he was up to some shit. I came home from working a double at a restaurant. So 17 hours on the fucking floor.
Fucking dead.
Jesus.
I'm disgusting.
Yeah.
I smell like the kitchen. I'm in those nasty like serve safe shoes.
Oh, the slip proof.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 2
Gross.
a.m. I come home. He is on the couch, drunk as shit. Not only had he gotten off of work early from the job that I got him, he had gotten off work early, went and hung out with this gay dude who was 100% into him. Now my ex wasn't bi, but I was like, this still, you like this too much. Like he really
Yeah.
liked
Liked
the
the
attention.
Yeah.
And I think, and in my mind, it was just as everybody's like, oh, he's not going to cheat on you. He's just hanging out. Sorry, y'all.
You're fine.
But,
You okay?
but yeah, I don't know. I probably should have some water, but it's fine.
Do you want mine? Is that?
Do you mind?
I don't mind.
I don't
It's like, is
have COVID.
that?
I don't have COVID, just mono.
Let's get mono
my
together.
ex?
Don't you lose weight on mono? Anyways,
You do. It's
give me
the
mono.
thinnest my ex
Who
ever
is mono?
was.
So he goes and hangs out with this dude. This dude is like some sort of tech kid. He had like a Ferrari and shit. So this is already like, I didn't like anything about him hanging out with this dude. This dude very much liked him. And I thought he can get him drunk enough that I'm sure that he would cheat on me with
Yeah.
this dude. Like I think he would, or at least like whatever.
Do something questionable.
Something.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, you're worried too much. Well, I had a couple weeks before, saw the guy go. We were all sitting at a bowling alley or something. I saw the guy reach to my ex. He grabs him on the thigh to get up out of his seat.
that's a touch.
Okay.
It's a big touch.
And he didn't say anything. So my ex is
Didn't
sitting
even
there.
flinch.
Didn't even flinch. The guy puts his hand like on like in his thigh and
Oh,
gets
high
up.
up? Like on the high up? Like
Oh
he-
yeah. Like in his
Oh.
thigh to push himself out of the seat to get up to go bowl. So that was already locked into my head. We get in a fight about that. Days go on. I work this double. I come home. I'm like, why the fuck are you drunk? And he's like, oh, I went out with whatever the guy's name. Let's say Adam or some shit. So I went out with, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? After everything and after the thigh grabbing and you
Yeah.
spent all night with him and then you went out and then I look over and there's an empty 6-pack of high gravity beer. So he had gotten home, drank 6 more beers, already been out with this guy all night.
Jesus.
I'd stopped by Steak and Shake to get us some burgers and shakes because
Nice
I'm a nice
person.
person.
Yep, you're a
That's
nice
what you do when
girlfriend.
you're a
Yep.
nice
Nice
lady.
person. I come home. He tells me that shit, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm so sick. He's like, you're so fucking crazy. And he goes into this, like, he would get quiet and, like, sit. And he was, like, huge. He's, like, 6'4".
Stonewall.
He's, like, sitting, and he's like, you're crazy. And I'm like, oh, I'm fucking crazy? You think I'm crazy? Oh, I'll show you fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I fully go into I'll show you crazy mode. And I'm like, I'm so sick of this. And I'm just like yelling shit at him. And then he's like, you're such a fucking redneck. And he's a fucking redneck. And he's like, you're such a fucking redneck, you dumb fucking redneck whore. And he's just like, but he's saying it all so fucking quiet to me. And I'm just like, my eyes are like, fucking, I've lost it. So I'm like, well, I'm not giving you your Steak and Shake. So as you do,
So take that.
I get a broom and I beat the shit out of the bags of the bag of Steak and Shake and the milkshakes. We stayed in that condo for another like 4 years or for another 3 years with him. And I was there for another
milkshake.
Oh, I was cleaning off milkshake out of the popcorn ceiling of the condo
Oh, God.
when I was leaving 4 years later when I was leaving out of
It
there.
must have reeked too. Like,
God. Stinky old milkshake, like just rotting on
God.
everything.
Home sweet home.
Just little sprinkles on everything. Like anytime I was cleaning the house, I'd find a chunk of old rotten milkshake. And so I beat the
God.
shit out of the bags of food and out of the milkshakes. It's fucking everywhere. And the whole time I'm
this.
screaming back at him, and he's just like, "Oh, look at you, you fucking crazy bitch, you fucking da 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 da."
Kill him.
Then he brings up like how when I used to hook up with like women like back before I was with him, he was one of those psychopaths who like couldn't handle it. Like it wasn't a turn on to him. It was like you're just a slut thing.
Anyone you'd ever been with, he was jealous of.
Which also now that it's hitting him, it's like, is that projection because of the fucking dude?
Yeah, that he's probably closeted and like too afraid to go for it.
Dude, this is all clicking for the first time that was the argument, and he for some brings up that shit, which was so old, and started calling me a whore and all this stuff, and I was like, that all fucking makes so much sense. I'm literally having a fucking epiphany right now. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's good.
So I'm sitting there, I'm beating the shit out of all this stuff, and he's just keeps on. And then I realize that you like come to, like I guess what people do like in the middle of a murder. Like you just come to and you're like, oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? My house is a mess. I'm just so late. I'm so fucking tired. I need to go to bed. I can't go to bed with all this everywhere. I've got a dog. She can't eat the shit that's everywhere. So I start cleaning the floors. Clean the floors. I'm like, I'm going to ignore him. He fucking starts at it again. At this point, I have cleaned the floors for the most part, ceilings, walls. It's a different situation. I go into the kitchen. I'm going to make myself a little chamomile tea. I'm going to calm down. Chill out. I'm an adult.
Time to calm down.
I got to work in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm an adult.
Civilized human.
I'm a civilized human lady. I go... Did I already break the mirror at this point?
Not this story.
So I go into the kitchen and I make myself a little tea, and I have a cup of, a little coffee cup. And I'm pouring the tea into the thing. He starts at it again, and I just fucking lose it. And I take the cup and I fucking slam it on the counter. The handle of the coffee cup breaks off into my hand.
You still have a scar.
Oh, this
Holy
is
shit,
stitches.
there's
So
still
from
a
here
scar
to
there.
here.
Oh,
So it breaks
fuck.
off through my whole hand. Takes a big chunk like right out of here, and I can see the meat in my hand. And I'm not great with that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. And then I wrap it up. I get a dirty dish towel. That's all I had. Get a dirty dish towel, wrap that, like put pressure on it, hold that. He's still doing it, and he's like, oh, what have you done now? And I'm like dripping blood, like into the back room, and I'm like, fuck.
He's not even like that. Didn't even snap him out of it to like, oh my god, I'll help.
He
let
was
me help
so
you.
drunk and such an asshole. And so I go in the back room, and I think at this point I slammed the door, and the mirror fell off the door. So now there's glass everywhere.
God.
There's blood in the full and all over the kitchen. There's milkshake everywhere. Like now it looks insane. Like now it has gone past the point of like you can't. There's nothing you can cover up real quick if someone comes in the house.
Just put some newspaper on it. We'll be fine, baby.
There's none of that. So the door just like boom, 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 and I'm like, fuck, it's the cops. It's got to be
because you've been screaming.
I've been screaming so much, broke so many things. Oh, I broke the broom.
At that point, you assume, you've been beating it down.
And then I tried to clean the floor with the broken broom. It's a fucking mess. This motherfucker's still sitting there, just clean as a whistle, just nothing, not a fucking.
Was he drinking this whole time still?
He had finished it all. He had nothing else to drink. He had drank all the alcohol.
Not even a fleck of milkshake on him.
Yeah. Oh, probably. Yeah. He probably had like a piece in his hair, but he probably cleaned that out real fucking quick. So police come in. They separate us as two officers, and I'm in the mindset of, oh fuck, they're gonna arrest him because they're always gonna arrest the guy.
Yeah.
So they separate us. They put me in the breezeway. I like tell them, I'm like, hey, I came home from work. It was just a stupid fight. Like, we were just fighting with each other, but it's fine. He didn't hit me. Everything's like, I'm literally thinking.
Yeah. You're like trying to defend him.
And I'm like, this is me. I broke a coffee cup, but I was just mad and I slammed a coffee cup and, all this. The other officers in my house, like just walking around, looking at everything.
Looking at the scene.
Yeah. And then my ex is just sitting there on the couch like, yeah, she's fucking crazy as shit, man. And he's chill because he's drunk.
Yeah.
He can barely walk.
Jesus.
And then I'm standing there, and then the ambulance comes up. The paramedic comes up. She's like, "Can I see your hand?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's fine. It's no big deal." And they go, "Hey, could you go and get in the ambulance? Like, go with the paramedic and get in the ambulance." And I was like, "Listen, I don't have insurance." I was like, "I can't afford to get in a fucking ambulance right now.
Put some tape on it."
Yeah. I was like, can I have it wrapped? Can I just drive behind the ambulance? I will go. I promise you that I will go to the hospital tonight.
Yeah.
And I hadn't had anything to drink or anything. So I'm like, okay, they're going to think, this is going to be fine. While I'm saying, y'all, I don't have the money. Like, this can't happen. My hands just are getting put behind my back and I'm just getting handcuffed. And I'm like, you're
going to handcuff me to go in the ambulance?
In the fuck?
What
are you?
Did the Shake Shack press charges? I don't understand what you're gonna
get. I've never been so confused in my life in that moment. And I'm like looking around. They're like, "Ma'am, you're being arrested." They're saying the thing, but I'm just hearing like womp womp womp, and I'm like, "What?" And just sitting there. Well, I said his fucking name. I never say his name on any.
We'll take it off.
Yeah.
Prove who he was.
Yeah.
Anybody who knew us.
We can take it. But like. But yeah, he's just sitting there just watching it all go down, not like, oh my God, or stop or whatever. But so on the way out of the door, like it's literally, y'all, my last crowns from my last titles. I had just crowned the last girl from the last thing recently. And it's still like on display on the shelf. And I'm literally being arrested by the Cobb County Police. And I yell out, this can't happen. I was Miss Cobb County. And I'm like, I was Miss Cobb County.
And they're like, what? Get in the back of the car, bitch.
Yeah, they're
oh
like,
my
what is that
God.
even? Can't save you now.
Look, and you're trying to point with your hands.
Yeah, but they're like, but not the current Miss Cobb County, right?
If you were
Aged out of
current,
candidates,
yes.
lady.
Yeah, you've aged out of everything. Yeah, and I had to sit in the emergency room. They just parade you right through the emergency room, handcuffs and all. The police
they don't
just
give a
walk you right
shit.
through.
Yeah,
They don't give a fuck.
People are like, oh my God, it's Miss Cobb County.
I swear to God, like I still wonder like who saw, but they made me sit there with that dirty dish rag on that open wound for 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
4
They
hours.
couldn't even
like
get you
this.
some fresh gauze
Oh my
in a fucking
God.
emergency room.
Nope.
Fuck you, Cobb
Nope.
County.
Didn't
That's
do fucking
cra-
shit.
Like
and
you
then
were going
sewed
to go
me up.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like
Where
you're
was
sitting
I going to
there.
go? That's what I kept saying.
Like,
I was like, are
I'm
you
not gonna go home.
Yeah, definitely not fucking going home. And then all that needed to happen was, and then I was arrested. I went to or fully arrested. I went into the jail with a nasty big giant thing on my hand and had to sit in like a big open thing with a bunch of people who just pissing and shitting in one little fucking toilet in the middle of the thing. And I'm literally just like, it was just like the most out of body experience of my life. Like it just, none of it made sense. I got bailed out that morning. He ended up having to call my mom. My mom had to call my old teen queen, my pageant teen queen's dad, who was a lawyer.
Oh, God.
Called
coming
him
together.
up, and he's like, okay, I'll call in some favors, and like gets me.
Hey, Miss Cobb County did a bad thing, and we need to help her out.
We need to get her out. Yeah.
He's got dirt on a lot of people.
Yeah. So
Did he press the charges? I don't understand. The
He
cops?
never, he
actually
never pressed
arrested
charges.
for?
He never said a word. He didn't do it. The cops just decided to. And then when I was in 8 weeks of anger management in there,
Oh my God.
they're like, I find out from everybody else's story. Everybody in there is like, oh yeah, in Cobb County, if it's a domestic situation, somebody has to go in.
That's like a law.
Somebody, yeah. I don't know if it's like on paper, but it's like in that
Fuck
county.
that.
Yeah,
someone
they were
has to
like,
go in.
She'll fight less, probably. They're
Yeah.
like, she's already injured. We can get her. He's gonna be too big to get off the couch.
Yeah, exactly. So it was super fucked up. But then as soon as I went through the anger management, that's what I was told to do. I went in, faced the judge. I go in my pageant like interview suit. I've got like high heels, fake tanner on, like an Anne Klein cream color suit with like a gold buckle.
And you start doing one of the monologues.
And I
And,
got
oh,
my
sorry,
hair-
wrong place.
Yeah. I go in, my
Brunette.
hair is like this. Everyone else is in like jeans and house slippers. And I'm like, I parade up to and they're like, why are you here? What are you? Why?
Yeah, what's
Why?
going on
How
here?
are you a
Yeah.
criminal?
Yeah, and then I have this like whole folder, and I was like, here are about 32 character witnesses who've typed up things about
Wow.
me. Here's the titles that I've held, and here is the 100 speaking engagements I did last
And here's
year.
my Miss Cobb
and
County
then I put it
crown.
on my crown.
We wouldn't want the blemish on the town.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
would we?
Yeah, would we?
We wouldn't want the other
Would we?
counties to find out. That's some like southern shit.
Yeah.
Oh
We wouldn't
my
want the other
God.
counties to find out. Cobb County. And and the judge was like, oh my God, what the fuck are you here? He's like, no. We're going to expunge all this shit. And like,
Shit.
he's like, just go to anger management. And I was like, okay, we'll see what that does.
And that's the night the lights went out in Georgia.
Amen. It really was. It really was.
Damn, we blasted through the break. How much time do we have? Are we in? Should we take one?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take a break and we'll come back. I was just gonna blast all the way through. That's
Yeah.
fine. All right, we're back and we're better than ever. We're fucking crazy.
Wild,
Fuck that
right?
Guy.
Yeah.
That's
fucked up. I was also arrested. So if you
Oh,
feel,
were
if you
you?
feel less bad. Yeah, I'm not
Thank
going to get into
you.
the story, but yeah, I was arrested for
Okay.
assault in high school.
Oh shit. Well,
Yeah.
that was the charges that the police had for me.
Oh,
was,
yeah.
a simple battery is what they called it, and because they claimed I threw something at him, and I was like, I threw stuff everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't like directly at him.
No, they don't really know.
Like-
Mine was they claimed that me and this other girl put a girl in the hospital. And the girl was fine. She had a couple bruises on her face.
Yeah,
So
see,
she
what
had to
the
fight. She can suck my ass.
Yeah, and then there was another. They had two. They had criminal trespassing too, and that's why the judge like just
Criminal
so I was like, it's
trespassing to your
from my
house.
house. Also, he like never. I paid everything.
Were you on all the
shocker.
bills?
Yes.
Oh
all
my
the bills are under my
God.
name.
Then how did they even do that charge?
How could he
Because
not
that
get?
night they're not check. Who are they checking that with?
That's fucked up.
What my ex said, because I asked him the next day, like after he had to come pick me up from the fucking, and everybody's like, why didn't you leave him? And I'm like, dude, I felt. No, you will
Yeah.
never feel worse than you felt like after that. Like after being literally on top of the fucking world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally,
and then
Jeff,
People like lines up to take pictures with you and shit, months before.
Yeah.
And then
now you're like being dragged through the emergency room. You're covered in blood. Your house has rotten fucking
treated like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
milkshake.
on
And then
it.
you do start to feel like a dumb piece of shit.
You do-
And
oh,
you
yeah.
feel disgusting and you feel like a dumb redneck. And you're like, well, maybe he's right. Maybe
you're
I am.
like, well, maybe I can meet Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah.
And we can make something of this.
And we did. He interviewed me the other day.
Did he really?
Yeah, me
Oh
and
my
Jeff
God.
Foxworthy?
I did
That's
Jeff
like-
Foxworthy's podcast, a comic mind,
That's
and I got to
so
spend an
funny.
hour being interviewed by old Foxworthy himself.
Redneck.
So I'll
God.
show you, fucking redneck, huh?
Yeah.
Huh, X?
I
but-
guess you might be a redneck.
Oh, but he had told me later because I said the thing about the trespassing or something. I was like, what was that conversation that y'all had while I was in the breezeway? Like, what happened? And he said the guy, the officer pointed to one random picture on a shelf that I owned of all the photo frames that I owned and bought. And yeah, I was nice, so I put his mom in one of the frames. And that they said, who is that? And happened to point at his mom. And he goes, oh, that's my mom.
So then they're like, this must be
This
his
must
mom.
be his place.
fucking crazy.
When there's like 30 other photos framed around it and my crowns. I'm like, what are we?
Dude, cops
Anyway.
are so fucking stupid.
No,
It
that's
blows my mind.
honestly insane. I told you when I was arrested, I was 16 and I was wearing my school uniform. And when I was walking through the precinct, they were like, "Ooh, did the little schoolgirl do something
gross.
bad?
Oh, gross.
Oh, the
Oh,
schoolgirl's been a
fucking
bad
gross.
girl." And I was like, and I'm like, I can't. And my friend that got arrested with me, she's like, "Steph, don't." And I was like, I'm gonna lose my fucking
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
Just-
yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
I'm gonna show
like
them
16,
assault.
you sick
Yeah.
fucking pigs.
So disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes me wonder if they have like a thing for like, oh, you think you're a little pageant girl?
Yeah.
You think you're a little
Oh,
No,
yeah,
they
they do.
definitely
They
you
do.
think you think you're so
It's
innocent?
disgusting.
Like, oh yeah, okay,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
show you.
I have a friend in
Yeah.
Florida who got pulled over for a DUI, and she was like in like a tiny little dress. It was in college, like coming home from something, and she got arrested, brought into to wherever they fucking downtown. I don't know what it is. And they were saying the most disgusting things to her. Like cops were literally like calling her a slut. It's
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
insane.
Dude, I feel like they have a thing. I feel like it's like some sort of
Sick
I don't know.
power.
Yeah,
Sickos.
yeah. It's
It's
all a
fuck-
power thing. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not a cop if you're not like in
Yeah,
the
but
power
and they
trips
definitely have some sort of like fucking women.
yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. I didn't even think about that either. But yeah.
Damn.
God.
Yeah. But
Also,
anyway, yeah, so that was fun.
what's you mentioned a breezeway a few times. I don't know what the fuck that is. Do you know what a breezeway is?
Do you know? Is it not called that everywhere?
Well, like an in between outdoor hallway. What's a breezeway?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like an outdoor hallway that there is air coming through.
Yeah,
What
you
do
ever
mean
walk
outdoor
through like
hallway?
Like they have them in like southern
like in
high
an apart-
schools or like in an apartment where you like go from building to building where it's kind of like a
Or like
walkway
today,
but it's outdoor.
and I
Oh.
walked out of Nicole's place, and I'm like walking down the sidewalk, and there's like
Yeah.
it's covered, but it's a hallway,
outside.
outside. It's a
Does that
way
make
you get
sense?
from like room to
Okay.
room with this, but it's open.
But it's technically outdoors.
Okay.
It's a breezeway.
You've been
It's like
in one.
stuff on both sides. Anytime you're in, I'm trying to think.
They
like,
probably
in
don't
this
have a lot
building.
of them in Toronto.
I don't think
in
I've ever
Alaska,
seen- yeah.
our high school, there was this story, and it's the only thing that makes sense that the high school that somewhere my high school's blueprint had gotten switched with a high school in California. So we had outdoor breezeways, but they had just put glass. They just had
fucking
glass around
freezing.
them. So we would walk from like building to building with these what would have been open, but they had put glass, and it was still cold as fucking shit.
Yeah.
'Cause it's Alaska.
Yeah,
It was
that's
Psychotic.
really fucking funny. Yeah, breezeway. I don't know what else to call
Breezeway.
those.
I don't know. I'm like at a
Outdoor
house too. I was
walkway?
confused. I'm like, how large is
Well,
this house?
it's a condo.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
And that's how
okay.
the police were called. Because if this was a
Okay.
house,
They wouldn't hurt us.
then-
Okay, okay.
That's
Or you
why
would have been
get
real
out.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
loud.
That's why you
Yeah.
get a single family home.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't
okay.
stop my parents. They were like, "Oh, we can be loud enough."
Yeah.
Dude, we one time had, I mean, so many times the cops were called, but we had, so in the South, it's a thing where a lot of people have a screen door and the regular door. And instead of a screen door, I don't know if you saw these, we had like there was like a plastic instead of screen. It's just like you open the door, but it's not screen. It's like not, it's shitty glass basically.
Okay.
Just cheap or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, which it's like why
plexiglass or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the main door was open and the plexiglass door was closed. And why you wouldn't close your door when you're trying to kill your spouse, is beyond me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Time to
come
close the
on,
door.
fu-
Yeah.
Hello, 101.
Yeah.
It's like close the heavier door if you're strangling your spouse with a phone cord. Anyways, that was all my mom. So poor dad, honestly. Like everyone goes like, oh my God, your dad must be a no. It was my mom.
it was
She's crazy. That's why we had such a long phone cord. She just chasing around like fucking like a rodeo.
Oh, the phone line's tied up again. They must be really gabbing
yeah.
over there.
Yeah, literally tied
Literally tied up.
around
Chatty
his 6
Cathy over there.
neck as she's like biting him in the head. This officer in like a big dumb cop hat walks up to our house, slams into the front door.
That's so funny.
thought
God damn,
it
I
was
love that
open.
so much. It's so
Just-
funny. Oh, that's so
Hat
funny.
goes flying off.
Yeah, and then he's
that's-
like, "Oh God!" And he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't even realize the door was closed." And my mom goes, "I don't know how you could not fucking tell. It's so goddamn dirty." Like, there's a cop at the door here to like
Arrest
you
her.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You got to get one more in before they take you.
Oh,
Fights
yeah,
the
yeah,
cop. You got to do it. I'm
Just-
prepared now. Now
I mean-
something else.
You'll be like, "I'm going down anyway. I'm gonna at least haunt your dreams."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a
That's
bit
funny.
upset now that no one ever called the cops on the yelling in my house.
Really?
Yeah, and it was loud.
Betwixt the parents.
Oh yeah, my dad would scream. like-
Was your
parents
dad known about
were
town? Maybe they're
screamers.
like, "That's just him."
No, he went outside and I was like mowing everyone's lawn and shoveling everyone's driveway. I was like, "There's Pete," and then we're like inside, like, "No, keep him outside."
Like, don't call him. We need someone to mow our lawn. We can't afford to have Pete arrested. Otherwise, we'll never get
Yeah,
out of
they
our
all
driveway.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, nobody ever. One time, my dad unplugged the phone line.
That is so
He-
scary.
That's
Oh,
terrifying.
it was very scary. Yeah, my aunt was over. It was like a Christmas brawl. Everyone was going fucking crazy. My dad was like screaming, and then my aunt's like, "Go call the police!" And I was like 12. I'm like, "What?" She call the police. I was like, "Ugh." And I went and I picked it up. I was just like, and I was like,
It's like the
literally
beginning of
horror.
Scream.
I was like,
Yeah, it's
"Hello," and then my dad's like, "Calling someone." I'm kidding. He didn't, but- and he has a Scream mask on. I'm like, "Whoa!" What the-" Yeah, no, it was
My parents were
was terrifying.
screamers too. But your parents are still together. They've been together for
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Some people screaming gets the gunk out, and it's
now they're good.
some couples.
That's what's crazy.
I don't know what's
My
going on.
parents are like, I don't know if it took my dad like getting sick or like what it was. Like, I don't know. But they were, and I don't, sorry, Mom, I know you're going to listen to this. And
listens
I'm
to all
sure
your
they
things?
would admit it. Oh, she's still stage momming me.
Oh man.
Don't worry. She'll tell me I don't have enough lipstick on or that I shouldn't talk about whatever the fuck I
That's
talked about.
so
very ladylike.
I
funny.
can't believe you told everybody that.
What's your
that
middle
was
name?
supposed to be a secret, Marie.
Lace Marie.
Lace Marie Larrabee.
But
But yeah, they fought. They were so young. Like my parents were literally teenagers when
Yeah.
they got pregnant,
Oh,
and they
shit.
immediately got married. Didn't have help from both sides of the family. Just kind of kicked them out and were like, "Good luck, you chose this." And that's a lot. And
How
they
old was your mom when she had you?
17.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
like
wow.
not even fully developed in your brain.
No,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
at all. Like they were trying their fucking best, and they weren't like the kids in like Teen Mom and shit. They weren't trying to party. They both immediately like 2 jobs apiece. They worked every fucking
Mm-hmm.
day. They made sure they were home every night. They never partied. They didn't drink. They didn't do drugs.
Oh wow!
They
were
didn't
just
do
kids who were
anything. They were
fucking
just
stressed.
Yeah.
kids who immediately turned into adults, and they were fucking stressed
Yeah.
about money. We lived in a trailer. My mom is like, my dad just wanted to keep playing. He just would be like, I just want to go play basketball, and she's like, we have responsibilities.
have
over
have a
here.
child.
baby.
You
Yeah.
have a life to take care
And then
of.
at
so-
21, they had my sister planned.
Oh, the South.
Yeah, but it was 5 years apart, and they were like, "Well, we don't want the kids too far apart." And it's like they'd
wanna
already
have a
lived like,
friend.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Shit.
At least that's an excuse. When my mom was my age, I was 5 and I was the youngest kid. So she's doing this as like a 39-year-old. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
37,
That's
38.
funny.
And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What are you biting your husband? You fucking psychopath.
Well, and I used to think as a kid, I was just like, they're just fucking crazy. My parents are just crazy. Like I have the worst parents, everybody else. And then like I look back and I'm like, I think of their ages. I thought about this the other day. My mom was younger than I am right now. I'm 39. Younger than me when I graduated high school,
That's crazy.
right?
Yeah.
So she was like 35 or 36 when I graduated high school.
That's
So the shit that I was
Wow.
like, these crazy people that raised me, it's like, no,
They
they
were-
were doing their fucking
Yes.
best.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute best.
Dude, the way
Wow.
I'll fucking like yell
Yeah.
at my dog when she barks now and she's a dog.
Yeah, I tried to take on so my dog is not a fan of other dogs. I'm not allowed to have other dogs at home, but I've tried so many times because she's 15 and I've had her for 14 years, and I love her so much. But I'm like, it's heartbreaking because I'm like, if she goes, she won't. But she, you know,
Yeah, if she happened to-
if she runs away or joins the circus or something.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Well, all
Anything's
our
gonna
dogs
happen,
win, right?
right?
They're circus dogs now.
They're in the big
Barnum and
circus in
Bailey.
Ohio.
Yeah.
So it's like if there were, I've tried to like incorporate another dog to be like, okay, they can learn Cammie's ways. Wow, Susan. And
Is another dog being talked about?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Literally.
yeah, too much.
Scratch the ground.
So I'm like, if another dog, can learn her ways and all that, and then to make it easier transition, and then she's such a nightmare. I tried to take on another dog, another comic in Atlanta, had this dog. She couldn't keep him. And I'm like, I'll try to do. So just talking about like being crazy to dog. I found myself like, just, it's not abuse, but like I shook him. I shook like a fucking like, and like not shake like I did, but he was so insane and
you're
she
crying,
hated him
like,
so
"Why are
much
you
and
like
he
this?"
just kept, and I was like, why? And then I was like, oh god, and then I like caught myself like mid like, and just trying to remember what I learned in anger management, and I'm like, oh my god, you can't
Remember the Shake Shack incident.
you can't shake a fucking dog, and I had to
Throw a
like
shake, can't shake a dog.
can't throw a shake, can't shake a dog.
You don't want to get that dog on the ceiling. That never comes off.
You'll
That's
never get off
really
dog.
hard to
Way
get.
worse too.
Way worse. Rotten dog on the popcorn ceiling.
And it's a girl. She's a girl.
So my dog's a girl, and this other dog I tried my best. I gave it like 3
Was
weeks.
that dog a girl?
And the dog was a boy.
boy.
Yeah, and he's just, but I just had to call her, and I was like, I can't do this. I know you don't have anywhere else to take him, but I was like, I've tried so fucking hard, but it's like bringing
heartbreaking.
It's bringing
You're
out the
like-
worst in me. It's bringing out the worst in my dog, and then now she's raising him, so it's been fine.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Maybe
good,
she
good.
just
But
needed
yeah.
to. Yeah, she.
But the frustration though, sometimes like I can't even handle that, and I don't know how my mom dealt with
a child.
my
No.
fucking ass.
Oh yeah,
No.
fucking chatty Kathy down. I had 8 million questions. I started talking in full sentences when I was 18 months old, and
Not
I don't think I
surprised.
ever stopped.
Oh,
I could talk before I
God.
could walk, and I would just be sitting there like a fat blob on the floor, like, I was thinking about how when we were watching Fraggle Rock and how they like shut up.
And you're shitting and pissing nonstop.
Yeah, because I can't use that.
You can't even swallow
Oh,
your
yeah.
food. You're- But anyways, my food's stuck in my throat. I get a dog gonna go down.
Oh yeah, I used to walk around when I was a little kid. When I finally started walking, and I would just I would put my hands on my hips and look at people and go, "I'm not potty trained,"
Wow,
and then I would just walk off.
That's
Then you
amazing.
walk away.
I also once, because we had a 2-story townhouse, and when I was 2, I rode a rocking horse down the stairs and knocked myself out, is what my mom says. And
Yeah.
to this day, I'm not 100% sure she didn't just fucking throw me
yeah.
and then go, fuck, she
Yeah, the
die.
rocking store. Why don't you put the rocking chair at the top of the stairs this
Yeah,
time,
no.
Jess?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll take the rocking chair at the top of the stairs. You're still-
She's
Yeah.
like, okay, ready?
You take it up a
So
couple
do
of
I-
stairs.
Mommy
The whole
watching.
time, I'm not gonna make it.
Do you think your mom strangled your dad because she couldn't strangle you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh for sure. Dude,
I think
I
so.
can't even imagine the amount of fantasies my mom had that I don't know about. My mom once told me, this is so psychotic, and I didn't even understand what it meant at the time, and I was like, okay, and then she explained it. She once was like, I had a terrible dream last night. I was like 6. She's like, I dreamt that you were taking a bath and you were trying to blow dry your hair in the bathtub, and I was like, okay. And she's like, that would electrocute you and kill you. And I was like, why are you okay?
Yeah.
Why
she's
would
like-
you tell your kid about that?
And then she's like, "Happy birthday!" You open it up, it's a blow dryer.
Yeah.
Who wants to take a bath? My mom was, I was like, are you asking if I will? It was but we all have mentally ill family members or whatever.
Yeah.
We're all mentally ill. I'm
all-
realizing
yes.
that every single person is unwell.
No,
Yeah, you just have to find the people whose unwellness meshes with your.
Yeah, if
100%.
you're unwell, find someone who's a little less unwell than you, or
Yes.
can balance the unwell. Because
Yes.
Yeah, in a
when
different
you
way.
get somebody too cuckoo, not good.
Yeah,
Not good.
No,
Not
you get
good.
weirdo.
You get weirdos, and then you regret everything, and you regret a taco tattoo that you have to get covered up.
Oh man, the decisions we make.
I never learn my lessons, do I?
I'm very lucky that Nate is crazy in very different ways than me. He's like OCD and just has to have a system, but it helps me.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I drive him insane. That's the thing. We have dogs, me and the
Yeah.
guy I'm dating, and they don't get along. Oh,
no.
It's like 2 females, and they haven't hung out that much, but I'm like so afraid that I'm like, what if they never get along?
What are the ages and how long have they been in the place?
His dog is 9 years old, so she's pretty old, and then Moki's 6. And it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but his dog is bigger. She's like 50 pounds. So it's like if they were the same size and they got a little, it's like they'll sort it out.
Right, but the other one could eat the other one.
Yeah, she
Like,
could literally.
She's not that big. Jenny's like, she looks like half of her size.
I know, but she's like a little chonker. And she's really sweet on her own, but then they just both think they're alphas.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that he's told me stories about like, one time Jenny caught a rat. And it's like,
Yeah.
No, he should have told you that. He's getting all freaked out.
Yeah,
no,
so
I
he
get
just
it.
shows up with a squirrel in her mouth, and I'm like, okay, well, my dog is a squirrel.
Squirrel size.
Yeah, yeah,
Squirrel
yeah.
size dog. You have to be real careful. I don't, and it sucks. Like it really sucks. It's possible they might not ever
Ever get along.
I have tried so many animals.
I'm
Squirrels.
so afraid.
I've raised squirrels. I've had squirrels, cats, dogs. I've had it all. It's all like 8 total animals that I've like tried over the years. But yeah,
No, it's
not
hard.
gonna happen.
Well,
But yeah.
we'll see. I'm gonna take her to training and see if we can.
But that was one of my gross things I was going to say for my dog. So my dog is 15.
Yes.
She's so
Yeah.
old. But she's great. She's like so sprightly once we got all her teeth out and all that.
No teeth.
No teeth. No teeth left.
She only eats soft food then. When she,
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? The vet was like, okay, after this last extraction, it's going to take this amount to heal, do this, to put this medicine in, whatever. And I said, okay, so just only soft food. That's what I said, And she goes, no, actually, if you want to give her hard food, she's like, dogs will adjust completely. She's like, they're so adapted.
suck
Mounding
on it
on
till it
there.
goes down.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just like numb,
got
like
hard
gum
gums.
it. Yeah, but they will. They'll just do
God.
that. But I do soft food. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do that
that's-
shit to her. But yeah, so now she just like pees freely. Like just she'll when she's asleep, she pees.
Sleep peas.
She
Sleep
sleep
pees.
pees now, and it goes
wow.
off and on. Like it doesn't. It's not always, but sometimes. And I have to go back now. When I get back home, I have to go and get these hormone pills that she has to take because she takes them for a certain amount of weeks, and then the free pee stops. And then she go back. But here's the problem: she sleeps in the bed with us.
I was just gonna ask.
yeah.
She sleeps on my head.
Oh, pee-pee head.
And there have been several times.
I'm Miss Cobb County.
I used to be Miss Cobb County. Several times I have woken up, realized I've been pissed on, and gone right back to sleep.
What about
I'm like, I'm
full
not.
piss or like trinkles?
It's pee. It's a good amount of pee. Well, I think
It's
pretty
4
much
a.m.
whatever was it. Yeah.
What do you put a diaper on her?
Well, and so that's the thing is it's like I said, you don't always know. She'll be healed from it and it'll be fine and it
Okay,
won't
yeah.
happen. But it's happening right now. And it's like it happened a couple times and I forgot that she's now because it doesn't happen every single night. And it happened like I woke up the other day and I was like, I want to go get my phone to like scroll. And I'm like, and I like look over and there's just a pile of piss and I was like, God damn it, she's back to free peeing. Then I got home really late from a show. Wandered into bed, completely forget to put the fucking diaper on the dog.
Yeah.
And so it's happened several
late.
times.
It's annoying too. Yeah,
It's so fucking, and she hates them.
Of
She'll find her
course.
way out of them.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
knows how to
yeah.
jump. Like she might be old, but that bitch is sprightly as fuck. Like she can jump on and off the bed. She can, and then she'll like scoot
Wiggle out
off
of a diaper, but you can't wake me up because you got to pee.
because you can't wake me. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, now she's just doing that, so that's fun.
I mean, it's old age,
Just
you
pee.
know.
But I love her.
Yeah,
Love her
that's-
and her gross hair pee.
A comic last night was saying how they don't understand how people like love their animals so much they get upset when they die, and I was like, "Are you sick in the head?"
Have you never had an
That person
animal?
has never had. That's what exactly
It's
what
honestly
I'm thinking.
like. I literally, if I need to cry right now,
I just
can
think
about
about
her
your
death.
dog dying.
That's it.
Have you heard Maggie's
Easy.
song by Chris Stapleton?
Probably.
Oh, it's about.
Well, I didn't know
about his
that.
dog.
Well,
No, I can't. I literally can cry right now thinking about it.
Oh yeah, sometimes I'll do it, and then I catch myself, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'll just start thinking about like when she dies, and then I'm like, "What? Why am I doing this?"
but it's never their time. That's why. Like with people, we can be like, "Oh, they were so old."
Yeah.
you know, with
live
the
a long
dog, you're like,
life.
"There's still."
There's so much more.
Still
Now I
life
need
in
to
her.
fucking take her in to get a goddamn. She's had an ear infection for a few weeks, and I was like, she's fine. I started using the stuff at home, but it's not really
Yeah.
working. But it's like it's bad. But I'm like, what if it's like getting in her brain and rotting her head now?
no.
Now I gotta call. I gotta make an appointment right now. I'm all panicked.
She's the happiest she's ever been because she can't hear you screaming at fucking.
I'm not screaming. I'm
that's-
wearing a wig and a
there-
mustache.
And no one will love you. No, not even a parent will love you the way that a dog loves
A dog.
I know. If I didn't have her going through a breakup with a dog, it's like if I didn't have her.
Oh, if I didn't
man.
have Moki
No.
when I went through my breakup, and like she knows too. She's like
They
weirdly
fucking
intuitive.
know.
She'll
Oh,
go to
they
my
know.
friends too. Like when they're sad, she'll go and like just sit next to them.
Oh, they know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and I don't know because we all travel a lot. Do you take her?
Sometimes, but Jess watches her a lot. I'm watching
That's
Mocha this
nice.
weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
so
Like good
my
friends.
husband will watch our dog.
Yeah.
And I will get back home. Well, I'll leave and I'll be like, "How's Cammy? How's Cammy?" It's the only thing I talk to him about when I'm gone. Literally,
never
I
ask
don't
how he
give a
is.
Shit about it. I have to remind myself, like, "Oh, ask how he is. Like, ask what he
That's
did
so
today or
funny.
what he's doing." I'm dead serious. I don't give a fuck. I just want to know if she's okay. But it's for the first few days. It's always she's depressed. She won't move. She's waiting on you. She blah blah blah. She does, and it's so fucked up. But I'm like, good.
Good. I love it.
I love that.
Do you have a super
how
hot
much
husband?
she can't live without me.
I assume your husband's very hot.
Yeah, he's a good looking. He's a
good-looking
guy.
guy.
He's a white guy.
He's a nice,
Nice
good looking
looking
man.
man.
Yeah.
Listen, the last guy I dated was like would get hit on in front of me by like married women all the time.
Oh, for
That's too
and
much.
he fucking cheated on me a ton and for years and was crazy narcissistic. And the next person I was like, I need someone that
we take a step back.
I can go out in public with and not have to worry that he's gonna fuck everybody that walks.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, but he's a comic. We met doing stand up, and
Oh, I didn't know that.
he's been on like hiatus. He used to be regular here, by the way, back in the day. But
Who is this person?
I don't know if you would know him. He did
you know?
comedy for like, his name's Jared Harris. Jared, Jarrod. He left LA. He used to live in LA for a long time.
Long time ago, though.
He left LA in 2012.
Okay. Yeah, that's like right when I was.
Yeah,
really
and then
getting
was still he still had an apartment out here he was paying for that his ex was still living in.
Awkward.
Yeah, for like another year. He like paid for her to live in his apartment for like another year after that. So like, yeah, I don't know if you were hanging around.
No,
here
I
back
wasn't
then.
out here at all.
Yeah, and then he came to Georgia because he had to take care of his grandma. She was at the end, and he had to take care of her.
and
And
ended up staying.
yeah,
that's how you
met
guys
me.
met. And you
Well, then there you
So-
go.
And then I toured and like opened for him on the road for like the first like 4 years we were together.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
that was a nice little dive into like stand up. We met. I was already doing comedy, and then we met, and then that was a nice little like go from 7-minute set to a feature set.
Isn't that
That's
nice?
great. Fucking make you.
Yeah, but now he doesn't do it, which is
right.
even better.
Oh, that is even better. I
So
want,
much
yeah,
better.
I'm trying to find somebody who's in the biz, but not like
Yeah.
a
I'm
Tell
adjacent.
you, Nate,
Yeah.
Nate's gonna find somebody on the business side that you can be with.
Jess, are we going to
You need
announce
a
the
guy on
idea?
business side. Okay, I want to announce this idea, and I don't have the application ready, so I hate saying this. I want to make an application for people to fill out to date Steph. But like a woman has
like
to
this.
refer like her male friend, or
like
like
this.
you have to have a reference for a woman, and we're gonna filter these. We're gonna go through them, and like, yeah, am I sick and I want it to be a reality show? Sure,
Of course.
but I actually
Wait,
want.
what's the name? Because so I want to say we were in Houston at the time. I guess I was single then. I guess I did break up with him then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like sad. So she comes back from the gym, like wet and gross. She's like, I got an idea. I should hear me out. And I like just woke up from a nap because I was feeling really nauseous. And then she just like went off with this idea. What
Love
did you
to Lev.
Yeah.
What was that?
Love
what it
to
was?
Lev. Yeah. Love to
Oh,
Lev. I
that's
know.
good.
I
Remember
know.
the Flavor of Love?
Flavor
I was
of
like,
Love.
those shows are great. So it's like, why isn't there
Yes.
Bachelorette, but for like someone who's not just like, hi, I'm Katie. No offense to Katie on Bachelorette. She seems very nice. I picked a
Which
random name.
Katie? So many
Yeah, one of the
Katies. So many
Katie
Katies.
S, Katie R.
Yeah.
But it's like that was, I think that's how those shows started, was like Flavor of Love, who was, Flavor Flav's like a rapper. But I'm like, yeah, why not?
Me.
Yeah, why not?
Funny
How gross
woman.
I am.
That'd be incredible.
And you get men who like want a funny woman, who aren't intimidated by a powerful woman, and like have similar interests, or like we can comb through and see their red flags, and be
Yeah.
like, and also like we'll have a sane man overlooking these and being like, here's what is a problem in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
And Nate's like, we're not letting any creeps in.
We're not letting any creeps in.
This is an
Yeah.
incredible idea, though.
Isn't it
It'd be like
fun?
Rock
Yes.
of Love.
Yeah.
Like, I've recently
Yes.
was watching Rock of Love because it's somewhere. It's
It's
like
so
on
good.
Hulu or Netflix or something like that, and it's incredible.
I'm gonna make an application.
Yeah.
Nate's
should
getting the
do it.
website
Okay.
up this
Yeah.
week anyways. Like, God bless Nate for being like, I'm gonna make you guys a website so your merch.
Yeah.
We're gonna have better merch, and I'm sorry to say that to people who have already bought the merch. Which I feel like it could be a little stronger quality.
Yes,
And we
yes,
found
yes.
a better manufacturer. And I'm gonna make an application. And if you know a man, or if you are a man who can get a solid reference from a respectable woman,
Look, also, sometimes I dabble in gals. So maybe
maybe if you're a gal, we can have some
There we
gals
go.
in
some
there.
gals in there. Let's open
some
it up
gals in
here.
there.
Let's open it
Yeah.
up. Let me
How do you
open it
feel
up.
This is a good
about-
show. This
I
is
don't
a
wanna put
good
you on the
show.
spot. How do you feel about a trans woman? Lady with a penis. I've always thought it's the perfect setup. To be
I'm not
honest.
gonna lie to you. I follow a couple very sexy trans people on my Instagram account, so I think I'm open to. I think I'm open to it all.
Let's do it. This is a good show.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a
let's
good
dip
show.
around.
Yeah.
We don't know what I like. I haven't tried it all yet. Let me try it all.
How would you know?
Number one, no sociopaths. That's the one.
Yeah,
We don't
how
want
about
that.
number one?
Nobody
That's number one.
violent.
Number one.
No,
No
nobody.
comedians.
No comedians.
Entertainers at all?
Yeah,
Or
I do
you wanna-
entertainers, but no
okay.
comedians. No,
Okay.
no stand-ups because they get jealous if I'm doing better than them. It's a whole thing.
She'll always be doing
Can't
better
have
than
that.
you. She's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But just can we have one in there just for fun?
Maybe one for fun, just so I can fucking rip
funsies.
out on an open mic. Or you
be-
fucking
Yeah.
pussy. You wish you could be me. You never will be me.
It would be good for the show. It'd be good for
It
the
would be
drama.
good. Yeah, yeah.
So,
We need some drama.
Yeah.
He's
we're gonna
asking me
need it.
for, hey, can you help me? Can you take my jokes and you get me on a set? I didn't move to LA. Nobody help me. And then I just go up. You go to the mics. You don't get on the shows. Yeah.
She's so mean. We need a woman who looks exactly like Steph.
Yeah.
That'll be-
Yes.
And that's
Another Steph.
Love
Yes.
Yes.
to love.
good.
We're doing it.
We're
This is
doing
happening.
it. We're doing it.
All right.
Done and
Applications
done.
will be up. I'll have it up by the time this is out. We'll put a link in the
Yes.
YouTube video description.
Yes. Perfect.
And you can apply.
Yes.
I can't believe we're really doing this. I can believe it.
We
I
are
think it's an
doing
incredible
it.
show. And if anyone steals it from me, I will find you and I will kill your family.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there we go. I guess we're wrapping up this episode here. Is that the end? Are we done?
We
this?
admitted a lot of crimes.
We gave
did.
a
A lot of
lot
crimes
of
today.
info.
Really did.
A lot of
Everyone's
crimes
a little
today.
bit violent. Some-
Yeah.
I
feel
didn't
like-
hurt the dog. I just shook it a little. Okay?
Yeah, we
I
didn't
just,
yet.
just
No,
a
no.
little,
It's-
a light,
I mean, you just
a
saw
light
me
shake.
grab Susan by the nape of the neck and throw her back onto the ground.
It's
And
what
she
their mothers.
loved it.
She really did love it.
It's
She's
what their
like,
real moms would do.
I do feel like if the cops got called on me for assault, they would show up and just laugh. They'd be like,
This
No.
one? This little
This little-
spry? Yeah.
this child. One more time, where can people follow you and see you and all
at
that?
Lace Larrabee on all the things. Yes. TikTok, Instagram.
And that'll be in the
Yes.
on YouTube in the
Yeah.
show notes. Go subscribe to our YouTube, by the way.
Oh yes, subscribe to my YouTube too. And and my album, my debut album came out a few months ago, and it's in rotation everywhere. It's called White Trash Cinderella. It's
great.
And in my podcast Cheaties. Oh, and I just dropped a lip gloss line with another comedian,
Dulce
Dulce
Sloan.
Sloan. It's called Giggle Gloss, and it's really funny names like Purse Vodka and No More Broke Dick, and
I love that. You
Lafia
guys-
Majora. That's my favorite one.
I love that you do
what I'm
like
wearing.
references. It looks great.
Thank you
That's
so
fucking
much.
sick.
Okay.
So go buy some Giggle Gloss. I'm just hawking everything at this point.
I love it.
I'm still living that fancy life.
Your
just
website's
trying
just
to
a
make
yard
it.
sale.
Yeah.
My life is a
If
fucking
anyone wants
yard
this
sale.
handle from a mug that broke, just pieces
Probably
of
still
old
some
shake.
floating around in my fucking
Go
hand.
follow us. Follow Slobs.
Yeah, at SlobsPod. We got a Patreon. Go subscribe to our YouTube. It's linked on the Instagram. Follow our Instagram. Follow Steph. Follow me.
That's that.
and follow your dreams. Follow your heart. And if you're getting cheated on, leave.
Leave.
Good night.
Okay, bye.
Fuck out.
Follow the podcast at SlobsPod.
Follow me at Steph Tolev.
Follow me everywhere on the internet at JMS Comedy.